Hello, good morning and welcome back to the Fish Locker out on the boat. Out on the boat with my best boy.
Yep.
Early doors, isn't it?
Yeah.
It was dark when we got to the boat this morning. The plan today is we're just going to have to adapt to what's going on. A little bit of lure fishing, a little bit of live bait fishing on some reef, on some bank. We're just going to have to adapt. Yeah. It's nice and flat calm now, but it's going to be getting a little bit rough later on. And also, you've got a party to go to this afternoon, haven't you? So yeah, got a busy day ahead of us. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. That's what we're after.
Seaweed.
No, it wasn't. Look, it's spat a load of ink out. See, it was a cuttlefish.
Oh! Drop back down again.
Go on in, get dropped back down. See that big cloud of ink that it spat out?
Yeah.
That was a cuttlefish. Cuttlefish or a squid. Get best part of a dozen live baits and that'll be a fantastic start to the day. Oh, a little scad. They're great live baits. And there's a little horse mackerel. Steady as you go then, come on.
It just feels like a big sack.
Yeah, oh, it's a squid. Oh, don't go too mad. Oh no!
Oh.
Right, drop down again.
How's my
I don't know if you saw on the video there, but James had a nice squid, and we didn't have the net out in time, so I didn't get it in the net. Tried to lift it because it was stuck on the tentacles, and as soon as I tried to lift it up, it tried to scooch back, and it pulled itself off. Scuddies. Now this one's a little bit big to use as a bass live bait. Too big. The first thing James and I are going to do is going to have a quick drift over a piece of reef. James is fishing a little jig and I'm fishing a soft plastic. Now we're just going to see how fast we're going. We might be drifting too fast. It's quite a large tide today. We're already drifting at 1.2 knots and it's going to increase as we go over the reef. So we'll see what it's like. But yeah, the target is bass and pollock. We'll see how it goes. Right, don't let any more line off, James. You're going to get stuck in the bottom. Keep hold of it, can't throw a fish off. Keep hold of it. Go. Good. You can go and sit in that hard bait tank for 2 minutes. We have to free James up because he's stuck on the bottom. Next time, listen to me, okay?
Okay.
When you're fishing with this jig, you need to be fishing straight up and down. When your line's all the way over there, you're going to need to bring it back in and drop it down again.
Okay.
Right? There you go. Ready again. Right, get hold of it, come back here. We have to reset that drift. Yeah, what had happened there is, as I tried to explain to James, when it happens you get snagged in the bottom. But as we're going up a reef like that, you need to be fishing straight up and down. If your line has got a long angle, it's just going to snag into the bottom. So what we had to do there is James literally just had to hold on to his rod and hope that I landed my fish in time, that he didn't run out of line, because he was just constantly pulling line off and line off and line off. So I had to steam right back up tide of where he got snagged to try and pull it back out the way it went in. Fortunately it worked. And here is the pollock I had on that drift. Don't know if you can hear that. You know that crunching? They've got what's called pharyngeal teeth, and that's teeth in the back of their throat. See you later. Remember, if your line ends up going too far that way, you need to reel it up, come back and start again. I'm going to be dropping right down into the fish now. Move left. There you go, follow it round. Yeah, 2.3 knots we're at. It's very fast. Oh. Starfish. Right, bring her up, we'll go around again. Getting a bit rocky and rolly in this bit.
Yeah. It seems whatever we move, we follow us.
Really up, James. Oh, that's a snagging it half. Time for a new lure, and I think we'll go to a new piece of the reef, wherever that is.
Yeah.
Got up to like 2.4 knots there, it's just too fast on it. Go and find a different part of the reef.
What do you think it is?
I don't know. It feels like a good one.
It has to be big.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just a snag.
No, this is a fish. Feels like a pollock. You want to drop straight down to the bottom now, James, because I can see some fish on the bottom. Ooh, yeah, drop straight down to the bottom now. As soon as you hit the bottom, give it some big bounces and hold on tight, because there's some big fish down there. And I'm coming out the outside. You want to come? Ooh, yeah, it's a nice pollock. Are you still dropping down? I don't think you've reached the bottom yet. Oh, that is a chunky pollock.
I'm just trying to re-drop.
There you go. Stunner of a pollock. There's the lure. Yeah, real good solid fish. Down he goes.
Get me done.
Right, you're going to have to come up again because you were too late. Well, you should have dropped all the way to the bottom, wouldn't I said? This time round, I'm taking James away from fishing with a jig, and he's going to fish with a bait near the bottom. The way he's going to do that, is the same as you would do if you were fishing for a pollock on a wreck. He's going to fish with a 3-way swivel with a lead and a fluoro trace with a circle hook and a little sardine, a little pilchard that we've just caught. Right, so you're going to drop down all the way to near the bottom, and you're going to hold it just off the bottom and just give it a slow wind and then drop down a bit, and then a slow wind and drop down a bit, you know, just like when we're on the wrecks. Good man. You know what you're doing, don't you? There's the bottom. There you go. Right. Now let some off. Thumb on the spool. No, other end. There you go. Right, let it off with the other hand. Let it down. Right, stop. Bail arm up. Start winding. Slower. There you go. Those bites that James just missed, yeah, he got hit. Try that again. Right then, best boy, away you go. Drop down. You know what you're doing now, don't you? It's been bail arm up and lift it up then. Quick before you. Is that a fish?
Yep, fish.
Are you sure? I think it's a snag, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, missed it. Got you that time. Can you go in the top of my yellow box, James, and get me another big hook out, please? I need a big circle hook. Oh, perfect. Oh, James, it's a bass. Quick, get the net. Come and net it for me. Put the net in the water. Lifting it up. Oh, good job, net man. Alright, I've got it. Good job, net man. There we are. Deep on the bottom, we are in 42 metres of water with a soft plastic lure. We have a lovely silver. Right, are we going to go around again? Try this again.
Yeah.
Tie you a new hook on. Good job with the net. Good quick thinking with the net. Well done. Right, are you ready?
Yeah.
You know what you're doing?
Yeah.
There you go. And get yourself ready that when a fish takes that you're ready to wind it in, because they're strong. Get ready, stop. Right, start winding slowly. There you go. Right, you can hold it there for a bit if you want. Hold it like this, because when a fish takes it, you're going to have to wind it in. If you go it all the way up here, you never. There's a fish. That's a good fish, that. Right, stop. You know what you need to do? You need to lift and you need to wind, don't you? So go on. That's a cracking fish, that. Right, take your time with it. Because if it's a big one, it's going to fight you hard. You alright with it? Come on. Just don't let that rod go slack. Oh, good man. Well done. Oh, he's putting a scrap up. Oh, I missed, man. Right, keep going. Doing a good job. Oh. Keep going. Keep it away from the engine, Jim. Lift the rod up. Well done. Hold that, please. Do you want to wind mine in as well?
Yeah, sure, I can take these.
Right, put the rod down then. There you go. Right. Don't let go slack, wind. There you go. Right. James, this is a fantastic fish. This is a massive fish. Well done. Stick him in the live bait tank. Oh, big ballan wrasse. And there we go. There's another big monstrous great fish. Well, that was all a little bit of chaos. You want to let some line off? That was all a little bit of chaos all at once, wasn't it?
Yeah.
See what I was meaning about making sure that you had the rod ready, because when the fish takes, it was going to be a big fish.
Yeah.
It was a good job, wasn't it? Because otherwise it would have been a goner.
Yeah.
Right, you want to jump up here and have a look at this? Ow! Look at that look at that monster. And there's the lure in his mouth, look. Right. This is a good sized ballan wrasse. Well, that lure wasn't coming out. We don't keep ballan wrasse. These guys are much better to be returned. Now, you might have noticed that with the bass that I caught earlier, I put it straight in the live bait tank. Two reasons. One, so that it can revive, so that it can get all the lactic acid out of its muscles, and if I want to keep it, I can dispatch it. But also because we are allowed to keep 2 bass per person per day. So James and I, we could keep a total of 4. I wouldn't mind keeping 4 today, just because we don't know when we're going to get out next. We really enjoy eating bass. James's fish is a good one. He's a really good one. We are going to keep that one. Man, it's over legal size. It's 51 centimetres, but I think we can catch better. There's the hook right in the corner of the mouth. Circle hook just pops out. That, son, is a cracking bass.
Yeah.
What about that? Now that is a really chunky one as well. That is a perfect sized eating bass. Well done, son.
Yay.
We're going to keep this one.
Yes. Let's.
Like a blue Peter moment, the one that I caught earlier. So he's slightly smaller. I am going to let this one go. I'm going to keep James's, I'm going to let this one go. There it goes. A little bit of good karma, but also because I think we can do better. All that rig was that James had that on, the same as the one I showed you before. It was just a 3-way swivel with a lead. We have a hook length of about 3 feet, 20-pound fluoro, ending in a Cox and Roll Mutsu circle. And that was a dead bait. Yeah, what I'd done was I'd caught with the sabikis some little tiny pilchards like this. I figured that's obviously what they're eating. I'll present that. Do you want to have one more drift doing that? You're going to have a break? Alright, well I'm going to have another drift doing that then. The very first drift that we did, we were drifting about 2.2 knots. It was just too fast. So I've rigged this drogue out. And I rigged it on the last drift and we slowed down to like 1.6. It was just right for doing what we're doing. All that does is it holds us back a little bit. So we're not drifting quite as fast. You ready? Yeah. Get after it. Try winding it up a bit.
Oh, fish on.
Oh, yeah. Right. Take your time with it. James, hold the rod up. Is it still on?
Yeah.
Good man. Right, take your time with it. Keep that rod bent. Good lad. Ooh, you're a scrapper.
I guess I stopped winding at the right time.
Yeah, well, I was just getting you to wind up because I could see there was a fish sat above a rock and you were near the bottom, so you just wound up to find it. Right. Right. Right, lift your rod up. Lift your rod up. A pollock on a mackerel. Right, you want to put your rod down? Right, this here will show you not to worry about using a big bait. I used to use one of the Joey mackerel. That's how big the bait is that we use to catch that pollock.
Yeah. Crazy pollock.
Yeah, just a little snotty pollock took that big mackerel. And because the circle hook is just in the corner of the mouth, just pops out like that. Drop it back over the side. Good man. But yeah, that was a mackerel dead bait. Go on, you keep fishing. I'm going to have to tie another lot on. Fishing on the reefs on a day like today when there's a bit of motion and there's a lot of tide. Yeah. You're going to have tackle losses. Yeah. There's a crab pot ender just come past as well. There's that much tide that they're just underneath the surface. That'll have been what I snagged into, that's why I couldn't get it back. It'll have been a crab pot rope. Good man. James has just got a really nice reefy pollock on your spinner. That's okay, you've still got two.
Yeah, we get to
Oh, there's a fish. Oh, this might be a bass.
I'm just gonna get the net ready if it's one.
Put the net ready because I think it is one.
Yeah, that's a bass.
Did you get it in the net? Hey, netman! Well done! Well done, netman.
Right now I'm back to fishing.
There you go. There's the lure and there's the fish. Again, still above minimum landing size, but I think we can do better today. What do you reckon?
Yeah, we can do better.
Lovely looking fish though, aren't they?
Yeah.
Cast.
I'll get the net.
Oh!
I told you needed the net.
Yeah, it was only a little bass, James. Didn't need to keep it. Yeah, if it had been a 5-pounder, I would have got the net on it. James boy, net please. Where's my best net boy? Are you ready? There we go. Not this time. Remember, it's hanging deep and heavy, it might be a big ballon. Oh, that's what it is. Ready, Netman? Ready for the scoop? Good man! Netman does it again. Bring it back. You know, sleeping on the job, Netman.
But I'm still able to do it in a one.
Still did it in the water. Here's got, I don't know if you can see that these fins here, the spots in them are like electric blue. That's a cracker of a volley wrasse. You see, look.
Yeah.
Right.
Do with them.
Right. Oh,
Oh.
10 out of 10 for the splash. But, what did I say? 10 casts or a fish?
Yeah.
I think that was my 9th cast. I'm not going to lie, son, I was expecting more bass than what we've had. Maybe shouldn't have, maybe shouldn't have let that first one go. Yeah, maybe shouldn't have been so cocky and let that first one go.
At least we've got a big one.
We have, yeah. Good job you're here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Expertly landed by my best boy. That's proper fish. This feels like a heavy one. There you go, perfect. He definitely wasn't coming off. In fact, I might take this one. Might take this one for Grandad Jim. Yeah, nice fillet off that. There we go. Have you noticed how when I said this morning that it was going to get a little bit rougher in the afternoon? And I said when we got wind against tide, it was going to get a bit more sloppy. Well, that's what we're in now. We've got the wind going that way and the tide going that way. So obviously they're fighting against each other, so you get a little bit more motion. As the tide increases, these conditions are going to increase as well. So we've got about an hour before it's going to become really uncomfortable. Just see if we can't winkle out another bass in that time. Most of the things I do them for a reason. It might not seem like it straight away, but there's usually a reason behind stuff. Now, people have given me grief before about using small hooks, like small trebles on the back of these spinners. Real fine wire ones. And I say, oh, they'll bend out. They will not bend out on a fish. They will not bend out on a fish because your drag won't let them. They're stronger than the drag. But what they will do is they'll bend out on a rock. So you'll get your lure back and you won't lose a lure. Put a great massive strong heavy hook on there and you'll get stuck into a rock in the bottom and you'll lose your lure. Whereas now all I've done, just take my pliers out and bent it back. Spat it right at the back of the boat, what a bugger. Got a good run of tide now. These fish are just sitting out in the tide. I'm having to be relatively gentle with them because I'm using like a lighter gear and smaller hooks. And yeah, they're just sitting out there in the tide. There you go, there's another one. With a prime pollock. And there's the hook out. Nice to catch, but not what I'm after. The reason I went back to this jig, I've had James on them all morning. The reason why I went back to this is because the majority of the bait that I've been catching has been this big. And I thought if everything's preoccupied on feeding on stuff that's that size, they ain't going to be touching my larger lures. And as soon as I've gone back to this jig, I've had more action on this little jig in like the last half an hour than I have probably in the last 2 hours on the bigger lures. Nice coloured one though. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back out and I'm going to try that deep area but with this small jig. You can tell this pollock's coming from deeper water because it's loads paler. Right, we now have my least favourite conditions ever at all, full stop. I absolutely effing hate an easterly slop. And to make it worse, we have wind against tide with an easterly slop. It just gives you this constantly. Up to being about 2 or 3 feet every half a second. You just end up like this all day. Yeah, it makes everything difficult. You can't stay on a mark, you can't fish properly. And it means that we've got about a 14-mile steam home into doof, 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 doof. You're looking forward to it?
No.
By the time you finish, you just feel like you're about 6 inches shorter and you've shaken all your fillings loose. So it's a good job we had some decent fish before this started, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, we're going to have to batten everything down. Make sure all the rods are tied back, all the tackles away. I don't stick a hook in my finger because this ride home is going to be a bumpy one.
No more snoozing for me.
No more snoozing for you. Right, let's get everything sorted. Right, we've managed to make it back into a little bit of shelter. That was a rough ride home. James took about 5 waves to the face over the top of the boat, didn't you?
Yeah.
You are a little bit damp.
I'm salty.
And salty. Right, we have a bass and a pollock to fillet. And then we've got to go home because we've got a party to go to.
Yeah.
The first thing to do is to scale this bass. Now all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the back of my knife and I'm just going to rub up against its scales. I'm not going to do that in the middle of the boat just because I would fire scales everywhere. So a little trick to use is if you get a bucket or a pail full of water like this and you just do it underwater like that. It peels the scales off. And they don't fly everywhere. Right, James and I are going to fillet these fish between us, aren't we?
Yep.
You're quite happy to fillet your own fish.
Yep.
So that can be your knife, that other one. This one can be mine. Right. And you right up to the top. Come all the way and try and do it in like long cuts like that. See? All the way. And we're going to go straight through to the other side, right there. Straight through like that. And then we just go. You see how we're pressing down at the same time as pulling. Oh, see? And you've got it like this, turn it over. There you go. And then all we'll do is this big piece here, shave that out. That's all bones. It can go to the seagulls. This way now, all you need to do, you can line it up, put your hand on top so you're not cutting towards your fingers, and then we so remember, feel where the bones are with your finger. And work down the side of them. So that's where the bones are, look. That's where you need to work your knife down there like that, don't you? See? Okay. There you go. There's your pollock. Filleted, V-boned. And there's your bass. Scaled, filleted and V-boned. All done. A good day at sea, a little bit rough at the end though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But I'm glad we did it. I hope you enjoyed joining us. I hope you found it interesting. All the very best. See you later.
See you later.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out the Fish Locker YouTube channel, where we have hundreds of videos from our adventures just like this one. We upload new videos every Sunday evening, so don't forget to click subscribe and we'll see you on the next one. Let's go.